my head, where I swear I won't forget this memory. Take a deep breath in and release it. Another love-struck kisses in cold sweat. Careful, baby, you don't want to regret this. Don't care about you first, but I hope I'm your last kiss. Take a deep breath in and release it. Another love-struck kisses in cold sweat. Careful, baby, you don't want to regret this. Don't care about you first, but I hope I'm your last kiss. Take a deep breath in and release it. Another love-struck kisses in cold sweat. Careful, baby, you don't want to regret this. Don't care about you first, but I hope I'm your last kiss.
Kyle's Ridiculous Phil.
Take a deep breath in and release it. Another love-struck kisses in cold sweat. Careful, baby, you don't want to regret this. Don't care about you first, but I hope I'm your last kiss. Take a deep breath in and release it. Another love-struck kisses in cold sweat.
Testing. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Sway? Oh, thank God. I'm real. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I checked properties, and it reset. My mic is peaking now. Hang on. How about this? That's better. Yeah, it reset. It reset. I checked the properties. It reset it to default, which is crazy. That didn't work because default. My Yeti is the default for my system. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just having a crazy night. He blocked him. He blocked them both. My man. Get in there. He's fat now. Take him to the gym. Put him on that treadmill. Yeah, my boy needs to be a little faster. I also think these Goburimon are just, I think they're just faster than him. It makes him look slower by comparison. He's slow. He's a big boy. Look at him. He's a big boy. He's a big steppy. A big steppy. Fuck. That hurt. That's bad. I got nothing to heal him, so good luck, buddy. No, meat just makes him not hungry. Meat! That's alright. He can take just this one guy. I feel like it's just to charge up that thing, that meter. I don't know how to charge up that meter.
There we go.
Yeah!
Did they drop anything?
They did not. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go back to the gym and we're gonna make this boy run laps. We're gonna make him run laps until he starts crying.
You're not gonna make it.
I mean, I'm not gonna make him. Crying is a choice that he's gonna make himself. Like, I don't make anybody. It's a Digimon.
You're typical.
Digimon are kind of assholes. Like, I think in every media, in every Digimon media, like in every game and in every TV show, they've just been like complete and total dicks. Shoot. So wait, how are you doing today, my man? I haven't talked to you in a while. You good, buddy? I miss you. I know you streamed last night, but I got a buddy who came in from out of town, so I didn't get a chance to,
Yeah, we were drinking.
We were drinking! We were having some absinthe. And then we were watching Last of Us. Oh, there's Poopy. You good? You just woke up? Yeah, dude, this is this is pretty early for you, isn't it? It's 9:20 a.m. I remember your time zone now. I'm a good friend. I remember your time zone. He just ran around the world real quick. That's why he came back. New episode of Last of Us. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty good. All the episodes are really good. I really like this show. I wasn't crazy about the game, I didn't even play the game. Like, I watched the game, and I thought it was fine. It wasn't that crazy for me. It just kind of seemed like another open world. It wasn't even open world. It was linear. It seemed like another PlayStation game, I guess.
But it was such a good story.
I wasn't around for all the sad, heart-jerking story beats. So I guess when Z-Bot was playing and I was watching him, I only ever got to see him do like the parts where he's sneaking around and hitting people with bricks.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was awesome.
Technically supposed to be normal time when you wake now. Do you normally just wake up later than this though? Maybe it just feels like it because I'm ahead of you.
It just good.
He pooed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a toilet.
Oh, okay.
So, I didn't know for a long... One of the things I also didn't know for a long time playing this game... Yeah, he's hungry. One thing I didn't know for a long time playing this game is that that's actually a toilet. It's better illuminated during the day, but, like, I still...
It don't look like a normal toilet.
Maybe it just looks like a Japanese toilet.
It's just a hole in the floor.
Hole in the wall.
Yeah, hole in the whole toilet.
Yeah. Look at that, he ain't hungry no more. He's a good boy.
You gonna work him out?
We ain't done working out, pal. We're done working out when he's crying or sleepy.
What if he gets there and he's sleepy?
Then we take a little nap in the gym, and then we wake up and start over. Do a little running. I think I'm gonna train his. Intelligence. We're gonna hit 200 speed, and then we're gonna train his intelligence a little bit, so I get some more commands for him, and maybe he'll learn a new ability. Wouldn't that be cool if he learned a new ability? 100. Yeah, one more.
What did Floyd say? I can't read that.
It says, hey, you can't read that from there, can you? It says,
No, I'm blind as shit.
I'm good, just woke up. Oh yeah, I watched an episode of Last of Us. It's technically when I'm supposed to be awake. I love playing Last of Us. It was in the top 10 stories. I love the show because it's pretty spot on to the game. They changed a few things, but I like most of the changes. Episode 3, for instance. Yes.
Yeah, but at least the changes were like really sweet.
Yeah, they're...
So, like, really filling out the story.
They really did flesh out Bill a lot. Because, like, I didn't play the game, but Z and Mama Vice were telling me as we were watching, like, what the differences were. And so that was cool. It was really cool to see. Normally TV shows or adaptations in general have to make changes to make it fit for TV, and a lot of times the changes aren't good. But from what I've been told and what I understand, every change they've made for the Last of Us TV show has been for the better. It just expanded on something that wasn't really talked about, or it gave characters new characterization that makes them more developed. So can't really complain about that. Are you still hungry? You're still hungry. My friend, that was all of my mushrooms. This is the last one. I only have so many.
Time to get more meat, sir.
That little junk, he's gotta be hungry. I can get more meat for him during the day. When the new day starts. I get 3 pieces of meat every day. And then I think I can buy more meat. But it's kind of expensive. And as long as my guy can't die from being hungry, I'll just let him. Just kidding.
Aw, I was about to say you're gonna make him upsetting spaghetti.
No, I wouldn't do that. I like it. Oh, now he's sad. Okay.
Oh, is he?
Like, I'm pretty sure that's a teardrop, not
Yeah, that looks like a teardrop.
He's sad. Come here, bud. You're a good boy. Yeah. You know what I got? I got for you Happy Mushroom. Boosts happiness, but risky.
Why is it risky?
Maybe it'll kill him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he looks happy.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe he trippy or something.
I want one of those then. I wasn't a fan of the group in Kansas City, but most of the leader kind of pissed me off. Hated that bitch. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't that kind of like purpose?
Yeah, that was kind of the point, but that means they did a good job making you hate her. Cause fuck her, dude. That lady sucks. Hey Kathleen, we got people who are hungry, and we're wasting manpower and resources chasing down your personal vendetta. And she's like, "Oh really? It's a personal vendetta? Are you telling me you don't care?" It's like, well, I don't, but I also don't want to hurt your feelings. So, what are we doing here?
Or the floor.
Floor. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just overall just been such a good show. Alright. Oh, he's hungry. Okay, it's time to get some meat. And then I think we're gonna go to the mines. It is a purpose. I still think I liked how the game did it more, but I do understand they had to choose big boy zombies since they do it with Bill. I get that. Yeah, like I said, I think all the changes they made are for the better, but then again, I didn't really play the game, so I'm just going by what people tell me. I'm a simple man. People tell me things, I believe them. Unless they work for the government, then I don't. Or the media. I believe everyone except for the government and the media. How about that? I think it's pretty fair. Big Dookie. Big Digimon. Big Poopy. That's how it works.
Now he wants more meat.
He's making room.
He's fucking eating and get this boy to the gym. You need to be a gym boy.
he's bulking up. He's gotta get his protein in.
Trying to get his gains.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do a little strength training. A little strength training, I think. Was it strength training? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Do a little strength training, and then we're gonna go to the mines and put my boy to work. Good. Is it nighttime already? Oh, man.
Bye.
Been a long day of training. Making my boy smart, giving him the education, making him run. Alright, one more. Hit that tree. Attaboy. Alright, we're going to the mines. The Digimon yearn for the mines.
Flash on the TV.
She flashing? Maybe. Oh shoot. I forgot different Digimon come out at night. Kick his ass, dude. Kick his ass, Tremojimon. Kill him!
Right next to the Dookie pile.
Right into fighting the Dookie pile. Get in there. Oh, that's not a good start. That's not a good start. My man. My man.
You look like you're poisoned.
I need you to kill him. Please. My man.
Oh,
We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. This worm's kicking your butt. We spent all day in the gym for this.
yeah.
We spent all day in the gym for this.
Yeah, you look
Remember to
poisoned.
get sucker punched and then poisoned?
Yeah.
And now you're hungry.
And you watch me.
And now you want food. You want food? You couldn't beat that little worm?
I've been training more, sir.
It's a lucky hit. No, he's got this. He's got this. I can't.
Lucky hit.
It's a lucky hit. It's a lucky hit.
Yeah.
Luckily, I should have smelled glimpse of Dina in episode 6. Ooh. I don't even know who Dina was in. Dina was in. She was the girlfriend in part 2, right? I didn't see her in episode 6. Who was she? Why? No, get him! Get him! Oh! For fuck's sake! Why? Girl staring at Ellie. I must have missed that. Get him!
Oh, she was the one that had, Ellie had made a comment about.
Oh, that girl. Okay, never mind. This little bitch. Poison my Digimon to just fucking run around. Okay. This is not how this should be going. Please kill him. Mr. Electric, please send him to the dick flattening room this instant! Cheering me on over there. Like I told you, it's in-studio audience today. Like, he's not... The Goodimon's not attacking anymore. I think he just, like, poisoned me once and then ran out of mana, so he can't attack anymore. I think that's why he's being a little bitch about it now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he looks almost like a caterpie.
Yeah. He's cute. I hope you drop some HP recovery, you fuck.
What did Sway say? I still can't read that tiny writing.
It says, Ellie was like, what are you looking at? Where her fucking manners?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that girl now.
Yeah.
I didn't make a connection that it was Dina because I didn't play part 2. I just watched like 1 or 2 videos about why part 2 sucked, and then I saw there were like 100 more, and I said, no, the first 2 explained it. That's fine. Low HP. Wait, was it an HP drop? Was it various cure status errors? Cure status errors, like poison, ironically. Okay, with 300 HP, we are not going to the mines today. We are going to the mines tomorrow. We're gonna work until we cry again. Should I give him like more damage or something, or what is this one trained? Defense and brains, huh? More damage. This is damage and defense, right? Damage and speed. Yeah, let's give him that. Get in there. Get in there, you fuck. Left part 2 from a story POV, but put the game in the wrong order. See, I hear the opposite. I hear I hear from everyone that the story in part 2 was ass, but the gameplay was incredible. I don't know, but like I said, never played it. I don't know, from what I hear, maybe it's different if you play it, but from what I hear, the entire game was about revenge, and then she got to the point where she get revenge, and then she says, no, killing is wrong, after killing like 300 people who begged for mercy at her hands. So, I don't know. Eat my child. Delicious. We're gonna do a little resty, I think. A little resty over at Digimon's house. Because so far, I've only brought like one Digimon to the city, and it's Agumon, and I don't know what I'm supposed to, like. He's fine. He's holding on to my medicine. My Digimon hasn't even gotten sick yet. But we need to bring some more dudes in. I know there's I know Kunemon is in the forest somewhere. I don't know if it has to be a certain time of day, but I can't even get to him because other Digimon keep kicking my butt. I know Miramon is in the mines. And my boy, drill guy, my drill-based child yearns for the mines.
Getting some more milk.
Please. You want milk, Keys? Yeah. I'll be right back. I have to get milk for my wife.
For the baby.
For the wife.
For the baby.
The baby didn't ask for it.
She can't yet.
This is her fault.
I'm asking for her.
You speak for the babies?
Yes, I speak for our babies.
You're like Lorax for the babies.
Oh my god.
Anything else you want me to get her?
Hmm?
Anything else you want me to get her? Ugh. Mama Vice Lorax for the babies. I should have paused the game. Oh.
What? Something you do?
No, I just spent time. It's a typical revenge story which someone likes, but that's because people don't want to see characters, they like making poor decisions, but in reality it's inevitable. It sounds like cope! No, see, the issue that people had wasn't that... The issue that people had wasn't that she wanted, like, revenge, or even that she decided revenge was wrong. It was that she decided revenge was wrong, but killed everyone in her path except for the person, because that she just wanted revenge on. She says, revenge is wrong after she killed, like, 300 people. They all had names, they were all begging for their lives, you know all of these people. And then at the very end, she's like, nah, never mind. Like, then what'd you kill them for? What'd you kill them for? The poor life decision was not... The poor life decision was not killing the last girl, whatever her name was. Not Dina. No, the muscle chick. What are you screeching for? What you screeching for, baby? What you screeching? This is Maria's defense. That is defense and MP. Alright. But first we sleepy. Oyasumi? We sleepy. Safe and down. Brand new day. Day to get some meat. And then maybe the mines. Now that Dokunimon is not here to poison me, I run around like a little bitch. I have so much love to give and so much damage to dispense. I'll buy another meat. No! Wait, no, just one more. Shoot. We have 5 meats. 5 meats to put in mouthfuls. I think we are ready for adventure. That's fair. I wasn't a fan that she didn't kill the final girl, but it didn't kill the game to me. I feel 2 things should have happened. They should have kissed. And... I was reading Sway's comment there. The should have kissed thing was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to clarify that for who's not reading the chat right now.
You mean who can't read the chat?
It doesn't matter if you can't or you're not. You're not reading it. There's something charming about how low poly everything is in this game, and how like when they move their head, you can see them moving their own bodies. Something charming about that, really. See, that's the difference between the daytime and nighttime. Nighttime Digimon will fuck you up. Right now, Digimon is bitch slapping this thing. Just literally slapping it around. Love to see it. Yeah. Small recovery. Good. Needed that. Walk past the poopy. Don't look at it, son. Don't look at the poopy. Don't look at the poopy. Ow. Big hit. Why does it feel like no matter how much I train, he's still not doing any more damage? I mean, he's a little faster. He's definitely got a lot of HP, but I feel like his damage isn't going up no matter what I do. Yeah, the tree striking one. That's supposed to raise his damage. Anya, do you like Digimon? Man, wait till you discover a Pokemon. You like Digimon? I guess she likes the Digimon. The Digimon! Is he happy? Do you really have to poop? He's gotta poop.
Better get to the toilet.
Yeah. There's a toilet down here, I think.
You gonna duke?
I do not want to poop on the floor.
You gonna duke, man? You gonna duke?
Please do not poop on the floor. There's a toilet right here. Hurry up, hold it. Squeeze them cheeks together, bro. No! You bitch. Look how big it is.
Oh, Dad.
That's a massive dookie. You just left it right there on the floor. Oh, now you're hungry? Made room? You fuck. He just pooped right there on the floor. Can't believe this dude. I keep feeding him like he's not just gonna turn into poop. Your message didn't go through. Yeah, I thought you like two things should have happened. And I'm like, oh, should I? I was thinking to myself, like, should I have engaged in that more? I read it out loud. I don't know what he wants me to say.
What?
Well, because his last message was, I think two things should have happened, and then he never wrote what those two things were, and he just said the message didn't go through. I think that's funny. This way is funny. Funny, which is funny. Ow. I want to teach my kind new moves. He just keeps hitting for, like, not a lot of damage. Yo, Gurimon's got fucking fire? Alright, one, they should let me play Ab Destroyer first. So you're gonna be miserable for the first couple hours playing as Abby. It's actually very smart, but I ended myself out of that and shoot what she did. Oh no. Get in there! Oh god. But Ellie should have died at the end of the final fight. That way it isn't her sparing Abby, it's legit her just dying to her. I don't know, that also sounds awful. The whole scenario just sounds awful. Cool, mushroom. What's over here? Oh, there's nothing back here. Kunimon's bed. I want to fight Kunimon because I want him to come to town, but I don't want my guy to die. Let's see if you can do it. Oh, get food. You want the mushroom? You want the mushroom? That's good. Let's fight. Ah, damn it, we fight anyway. Okay, you dick. Glad I found that mushroom. I think it's a big meat. He's got a lot of HP. Nervous. Nervous. Just keep him on his toes, bro. Keep him on his toes. Keep him on his toes. Shit! Oh, good. Good block. Good block. Get in there. Kick his butt. Kill him! Murder him! Good block, my man.
Yeah?
Yeah, but really, everything she has, what do you think? That way it's pretty limited consequences. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. If I were in charge, would have written an entirely different story. Me personally. Actions have consequences. I feel Joel paid for his actions, but Ellie never did. She lost a finger, but yeah, you're right. She didn't really... Everyone else paid for her actions, not Ellie, actually. Dina paid for her Dina paid for Ellie's actions? I don't know. Cool. Finger and her girlfriend left. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Can you imagine like Abby and Ellie meeting up someday? It's like, man, you took everything from me, Ellie, and then Ellie's like, you took my finger and my girlfriend, now I can't play the guitar! Oh. That's a Patamon. I remember this guy. I'm not fighting this guy. I don't feel comfortable fighting any guy right now. Fucking Kuno. Oh god, it's a Dokun. Nope, we're going. It's nighttime. The mean Digimon are out here now. The ones who poison me and just run and then dance on my grave. I'm not doing that. I'll tell the story I would have wrote. Tell me the story you would have written. And it better be a good one. Once upon a time... Oh shit, he's really writing a story. Okay, I said it's gonna be a good one. Hope it's a long... Hope it's not a long one. Oh, fuck! It can be as long as you want it to be. We're just chilling, Sway. That's the sound gamers make when they're trying not to get mad, baby. We're going. No, we're going. These guys are tough. Why are they so tough? Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Nope.
Finishing off that build like a good girl.
Okay, girl, just don't rinse them.
You're such a good
Don't
girl.
rinse them.
Look how much she drank.
Look at that. She finished it. That's as good as she can get out of that sippy cup, that's for sure. Yeah. Dodge the fights. Dodge the poopy. Let's say it's relatively similar to the second game, so... second game as to what happened in the very beginning. I don't know the beginning of the second game. Oh, well, I guess where Joel gets... he gets golfed. Yeah. Yes. Joel gets golf.
What's golf?
Think about something you would do in the apocalypse to someone that involves a golf club that's not playing golf. Joel gets golfed. It's at that 200 brain power. It's at 200 brain power, my guy. On your way back, could you get me a monster? Thanks. Do you need help up? Alright. Alright, Jermojimon, you just sit here and get educated.
You gonna get smart.
You gonna get smart, you gonna get learnt.
Alert.
Learnt up! Walk up to the gym getting learnt up. Okay, I'm back. I groan when I sit down because I'm old. Alright, one more learning. New orders, take it easy. New orders. What new orders speaking? Alright, instead of, like, everyone, like, mourning over our boy should be the damn near whole town of Jackson hunting their group down a nearby forest in the countryside, it technically should start like this. Oh, so, like, okay, so, like, I don't know the end of Last of Us. It's not really a spoiler for the TV show because the game's been out for a while. So I'm guessing after the whole thing, Ellie and Joel moved back to Jackson, right? And Jackson was the town in this last episode. Because I know what happened. I sort of know what happens with when they do find the scientist. Okay, good. Hungry. Joel plays golf like right outside of Jackson in an abandoned building after saving Abby. Anyways. What do you mean, anyway? Was that the story? Is that your rewritten story? Joel doesn't get golf, he just plays golf? No, you're writing. Okay. I was joking. I joke. We joke. We joke, Jimojimon Poopy. Why are you sad, my guy? Why are you sad? Why are you sad? You took a little rest. You seem sad. Oh, he's sleepy. New day. Starts with Abby, protect your friends in unknown territory while being hunted by a random large group of people. Reds, maybe a word infected her, migrating nearby. So wait, you just want to hop into Discord? Alright, bro. Let's do that. Call me. If you're just on the phone, oh god damn it, no. Okay, that's why it's taking so long. I feel like you don't strike me as a slow typer, so that's why. Here, I'll call you. How about that one? Start voice call. There we go. Why keep roaring, bro? I'm calling you. Discord is not detecting any input from my mic? What happened? At least OBS knows where my mic is. Voice and video. Yeti. Okay.
Alright, so I was literally just typing that shit while watching your stream in bed.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, that shit was hard too.
Okay,
'cause I
start over, start over. It was going by so slowly, I barely remember it all.
all right. So let's say they started out like this. Okay.
Okay.
So they started out in the sense of um. So it goes, hey, we start out as Abby, and they're kind of around a campfire, and you don't know these characters. You're like, oh, who are these characters? But then all of a sudden, they're talking. They're like talking. They're passing good stories. They're like, man, we're gonna get out of this though, all right? And you're like, oh man, they must be in a bad situation. Well, some raiders come out of nowhere, and there's a bunch of them, and they're murking a good chunk of them off. Let's say they kill like 4 or 5, and then they retreat. The raiders retreat, and
Okay.
and then there's like a second threat, so they gotta also kind of keep it down because maybe like a horde is coming, you know, one of those the TV show hordes, you know. They gotta keep it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're trying to get back home. They're in unknown territory. So you're like, oh shit. And you're kind of having to deal with bandits, trying to hurt your friends. And you're also trying to deal with hordes. And maybe a few of them get picked off. Like some of your friends get picked off like one by one. And you're like, no, I'm getting attached to these characters. And then like, but so you don't lose interest, it pans back over to like Ellie
no.
and Joel. And it's like maybe the first mission where you're with Ellie and she's on like the fucking scout team or what, like she's scouting with Dina, and you get to see her have sex with Dina and whatnot.
I don't want to see that.
Well, you don't see it, but it
Okay.
happens. You know,
Okay.
it
Sorry.
happens. And you're like, ooh, and then like Jesse walks in, which is like Dina's ex-boyfriend. I love Jesse. It was the funniest shit. Walks in on them like right after they had sex, and he goes, "Oh hey, what's up?"
He's that disconnected, man. Chad move.
Well, like it was like he was so cool and down with them being together, and he was always like a guy like, "I got your back, guys. Like you guys are my friends. Like we might." It was like one of the first guys who was like, "We might have not been dating anymore." Like we're still people and we're still friends. And he's like one of the first people to like fully make it work. And you're just like, damn, dude, you all right. That was how I thought of him all the way up
Okay.
until he went and saw a play with Abby.
He saw what play was that? I don't know what that.
Same one Abraham Lincoln watched.
Oh no. Damn.
It was a reenactment of Abraham Lincoln.
Damn.
Abby played John Wilkes Booth.
Abby got a kill count, man.
What's so funny is Jesse, his was my very favorite. Like his ending was because he's like, we're gonna get out of this. I'm with you. We're friends. And then walks out of a door. Like what? I guess the best way I could describe it is: have you seen Harry Potter?
Yes. Which one?
The Goblet of Fire. I've been watching them for the first time ever. I've been enjoying myself. You know how Cedric
congrats.
goes out?
Remind me. It's been a long time. Remind me.
He goes up, and then it's abracadabra, and he's dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very quick.
Did Abby cast Avada Kedavra on him?
Yeah.
Damn. Shame.
Yeah. With a gun.
With a gun.
Oh damn! Gotta hate when
I
somebody.
cast gun. It's my favorite Harry
cast
Potter
gun.
spell.
Gotta hate when
Anyway,
they cast avocado.
yeah. You can have like that scene where it's kind of goofy and whatnot, and then maybe go back to Abby and it's all intense and stuff for like an episode or so. Or well, like I guess I was saying this if it was like a TV show, but you go back to Abby and you're doing that, and it's like in the middle of an intense scene, and when you go right back to Abby, like let's say fucking the I don't know, man. Let's say the guy that her like ex-boyfriend that was with the pregnant chick. Let's say he gets killed off like right then, like by some infected, and then hang on, hold on, somebody's in my room.
Uh-oh. Who's in your room? Who is it? Who is it?
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm gonna guess it's probably not the bell.
That was my mom.
Is your mom? Tell her I said hi. Tell her I said hi.
She's gone now.
Well, next time you see her, tell her I said hi.
Okay. So let's say he dies and then it's like pregnant chick and Abby's like, I'm gonna keep you alive, and pregnant chick just kind of distance herself. Like, this is all your fault. This is all your fault.
Isn't
We're
it?
here because of you. And he's like, everybody else wanted what I wanted just as much, but you don't know what she wanted, you know. You don't know what happened. And like and she's like, yeah, well, so he's dead now because of you, and I forgave you after all the things you did, and this that. They should have had it like where like there was like a flashback of like him and Abby like hooking up while they were on this trip still. 'Cause you know how they hook up like after the trip?
No.
For, like,
I did not play the game.
Okay, so there's this guy. It's Abby's ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
And he's one of the guys out of the group that went and played golf with Joel. And there's a girl there who's pregnant, and they're dating now. The pregnant girl and the ex-boyfriend were dating. Well, later on, when you're playing as Abby in the game, you end up fucking the ex-boyfriend, even though he's already technically with pregnant chick. The pregnant chick finds out. And she kind of like, and they're like trying to get out, and ex-boyfriend's like, we can all get out of this, and pregnant chick's like, no, I'm not going with her, you know?
Oh, that sounds dumb.
Yeah, it is. Well, actually, it's mostly like, no, that's like a reasonable reaction. Fuck that bitch. Like, literally, you having a baby with a guy, and then the whole reason why the world's kind of falling apart, partially, and all your friends are dying is because of this chick who just simultaneously fucked your husband.
Okay, I guess. I'm getting the... Sorry, I think I'm getting people mixed up in this story here.
You are. No. Basically, feel bad for pregnant chick.
I rarely feel bad for pregnant women, but I'll try.
Well,
that was a joke. Clarify, that was a joke.
Yeah, that was a joke. It was, I felt bad for her because she was always kind of nice, and she just kind of got screwed over because of Abby. She got cucked and screwed over. That's
pretty rough.
Yeah. Anyway,
Abby
so
just does not seem like a good person.
Right. It's like she has her downsides.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Joel in the sense of, I've murdered innocent people, but I'm also keeping my close little replicated daughter safe.
Okay.
So you're like, you're a bad guy, but you know what? You have a heart. That's kind of Abby. Because she like goes out of her way to save kids and whatnot, and ends up betraying her entire like faction organization because they're kind of like a makeshift military group. She's like, we're killing these people and they've done nothing wrong. And they're like, well, you're gonna help kill them. And she's like, no, I'm not. And they're like, all right, well, we're gonna kill you. Oh. Well, you know what? I changed my mind. I'll help you. Just give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom that definitely doesn't have an open window in it.
Worse.
You're right. That's not actually what happens, but that's essentially
that's
what
the
happens.
idea, yeah.
So let's say in this rewrite, she's kind of like going through the motions, and she's like, listen, I understand I made a mistake, and I got us here. And then like maybe the pregnant bitch can be like, was it a mistake when you were fucking what's his name? And she's like, oh, you saw that?
Oh, no. Gee whiz.
Gee whiz. And like, he's like, look, I didn't mean it to turn out that way. Or she could be like, I didn't see it, but the fucking Hispanic guy out of the group did. I forgot his name. Hated that guy.
The Hispanic man told me.
The Hispanic man told me. And she's like, look, I didn't mean it to turn out that way. I promise. And she's like, sure. And it's like them like, and then like infected close in. And like pregnant lady like falls, and Abby has a clear exit, and she looks at the exit and looks back at pregnant lady, and she's like, fuck, and she goes back and saves her, and it's like real close, and they're like, oh, you know, fucking butthole fucking tight, and she's like, thanks, like quietly, and she's like, yeah, no problem. And then it cuts back to Ellie and Joel, and it's a flashback, and it's a scene, and I love this scene. It was one of my favorite scenes in the whole second game, where basically it's Ellie's birthday, and this was a while before everything, because kind of at the beginning of the game, Ellie was mad at Joel, except or the beginning of the game she wasn't, but then you find out like literally the day before and like several months before she was, but this was before all that. So it's Ellie's birthday, and Joel takes her to like a dinosaur park that has a space section.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because she two things she loves. She likes astronauts, wanted to be one, and she likes dinosaurs. And it's like completely cleared out and overgrown for the most part. So you're just having, and it's just like you're having a great time with her. You're having a good day, and this and that. And I feel like people would be like, man, dude, Abby's out here fucking struggling. But you know what? We get to see the people from the first game having a dandy old time, so that's good.
You like to see them having a good time.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, maybe they'll like run into Abby and they'll save them and whatnot. And then like you go through the game even more and shit's happening, and let's say like the woods catch on fire and whatnot because they're trying to smoke them out. I don't fucking know. It's all super serious and intense, and then it comes to a climb point, like a climax, and they're surrounded. It's like that fucking episode of The Walking Dead with like Negan's first appearance, where like they're just literally surrounded by like fucking dozens and dozens of heavily armed people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a hooded person holding a pistol right in Abby's face, and they remove the hood, and it's Ellie, and then it swaps back to like a flashback of her and Joe, and you're like seeing what's leading up. You're seeing like not what's leading up. You don't see what happened to, or you don't see that Joel went golfing yet. You see horsebacks and stuff, and it's like Ellie talking to like Dina and Jesse and Tommy and Maria, like, hey, this and this, go out this way, we're flanking them out, set this portion of the place on fire, we're gonna get these sons of bitches one by one. And then they're like, hey, we found some eaten up bodies of infected, that's about 3 of them, I believe, this and that. And they're like, all right, sounds good, there should be only a couple of them left, we're gonna kill these sons of bitches. And you're like, why are they killing them? And then they're like, and you're like, where's Joel? And then it cuts back to, it's gonna lead all the way up to like when they go to the pistols, like right in front of her. And she's like, you brought this on yourself. And then Abby's like, he killed my dad. And she's like, yeah, he might have killed your dad, but what you did was unforgivable, you son of a bitch. And then like, pans over to like that, like the everything before, and we get to see Joel going golfing. And what could potentially happen is we can make it where like Dina and Jesse show up, and they like look through the window and they walkie-talkie the rest of the crew, and then the rest of the crew kind of come in and start shooting the place up, and they like quickly dip out. And I think they're like, they could make it where like they're about to like take Ellie with them, but Ellie kind of gets free and like stabs one of them in the throat. And then they're like, fuck, and they quickly duck behind like a couch, and she grabs Tommy, and she's like cutting Tommy free, and Tommy's like, oh, sons of bitches, and they're like running into the woods. But then like a horde comes up and they're like, we gotta get out of here first and regroup. We can't let those sons of bitches get out of the woods. And they're like, and Ellie's like, we can't let them go. And Tommy's like, we know these forests inside and out. These fuckers ain't been here long. And then fucking, let's go. Like, and it's basically just them hunting them down, and you're like, oh fuck, I've connected with Abby, how could she do me? And it's like an actual betrayal, before you're like, when it's literally you play 10 hours of Abby already, like watching the fact that she did what she did, and a lot of people just like walked away from the game at that point. They're like, oh fuck it. But Abby's story's pretty good. In fact, Abby's story is like 80% better than Ellie's story, in my opinion.
What is Abby's story even about? Is it?
So like she's in her group and she's like a resistance fighter, and there's like this she's on patrol and there's people of her group hanging by the neck with like their intestines cut out, you know?
Oh,
And there's
okay,
like a rival group that almost look like cultish in a way. They have
okay,
hoods and they're bald. They like cut their hair off and they're very like culty like. Well, she ends up running across two kids, like younger kids, and one of them's injured,
all right,
but they're also a part of this group. But you see them fighting the group as well, which is weird. Like you're like, why are they fighting the group? What it was is you're keeping one of the girls safe, and you get captured, and you're like tied up, and you're trying to get her out of there, the little kid out of there, and then all of a sudden arrows start flying, and all the cultists are getting killed, and like a little bald boy comes up, and he unties her, and he's like, sister, and then she points, she's like, her too, and she's like, but that's the enemy. And he's like, yeah, but she saved my life or tried to. And they're like, okay, fine, whatever. And they cut her down. But then you find out it's like not act like later. The boy isn't actually a boy. It's a girl who shaved her head because she didn't want to be a stay-at-home wife for a person. She wanted to be a fighter and this and that. And it's kind of like the kind of plot behind them is like self-identity, I guess, like am I a boy, am I a girl? So you can't they is essentially what I stuck with. I was like, that's them, all right, you know, because pronouns are important in the apocalypse.
they are the most important thing.
But it's basically Abby trying to keep these two kids alive. They're trying to go and also trying to get them back to their mother because they want to escape with their mother. And then there's like a boat with her ex-boyfriend and the pregnant chick, and they're like, hey, our group's fucked up, and they're like, yeah, so we're gonna leave. And then they're like, wait, you're bringing two of these cult fuckers? They're like, they're just kids, and they're like, all right. And then they kind of bond and whatnot, and they're like, all right, okay, we could all get out of this. But then also fucking pregnant chick's like, no, I'm not going with Abby, I'll take the kids, but I ain't going with Abby, and this and that. And they're like, well, we're gonna go find their sister and get out of there. And they're like, okay. And also, like, one of them, there's like a side plot where you had to chop off one of the kids' arms because it's really gimped up.
Oh,
Yeah, and you're like trying to get medical supplies for her to keep her alive. And you go with the bald kid, like the they them kid,
uh-huh.
and you end up bonding and kind of become like you have like a sibling relationship with this kid, you know, like you're like a bigger sister, and you get into like some shenanigans and you have a good time. It's kind of like Joel and Ellie's story in the sense, you know, and it's really good. It's like the first game, but it's just different scenario, different people, and they did it really well. The problem with why people never can say, hey, I appreciated it, because Ellie's part is literally all revenge. This whole story isn't a complete revenge story. There's a nice like I need to save these people and like protect my friends story in the middle. It's just nobody likes that part of the story because you're playing as Abby.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And that's why I said if they like in the game, if they literally just started out where you're playing as Abby and like showed a couple of scenes with Joel and Ellie to keep people's interests going, and they change and instead of like doing how they did, people would be there'd be more betrayal. You know, you'd be like, no fucking shot. No fucking shot, this person just killed my, you know, no way.
Okay. I get where you're coming from.
There's no betrayal. You just automatically hate that person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if you bond and connect and there's that betrayal. And so in my story, Ellie's like right there holding a gun, and she's like, you're gonna fucking die here now. And I'm gonna make you watch us kill your friend. And boom, shoots. Abby's like, ah. Abby goes down. Aims at fucking pregnant bitch, and then Abby could be like, no, she's pregnant, which is funny because that's the excuse Ellie used when Abby was straight up about to kill Ellie.
Hmm.
Because in this game, when it finally all climaxed and Abby ran into Ellie and everything was there, you're playing as Abby. So you're beating the shit out of Ellie, which kind of deserved in a sense. Like, you beat the shit out of Ellie. You win. Abby wins. That's why people are pissed that fucking she didn't spare. Like, the reason why she's pissed she spared Abby at the end, because Ellie lost officially. Ellie lost,
Mhm.
and Ellie killed all of Abby's friends, all of them.
Mhm.
And she's like, "We let you go." She's like, "You killed my dad. Like, you killed Joe." And she's like, "Yeah, but we let you go, you little shit. You come here, you come states away and kill all my friends." And Ellie's like, "Sounds familiar." And she's like, "Well, I'm gonna finish the job," and like aims at Dina. And she's like, "Wait, no, she's pregnant." And she's like, "You serious?" She's like, "Yeah."
For real? On God?
Yeah. She's like, "On God?" And Ellie's like, "Yeah." And she lets Ellie go. And she's like, "Get out of here now." And Abby lets Ellie and Dina go only because Dina's pregnant. But she lets them go. Again.
Well, thank goodness
Again.
Dina was pregnant.
Right. But then Dina and Ellie get a little sheep farm.
Oh,
That's what
neat.
I know when they were talking in episode 6 and Joe wanted that, I was like, ah!
Isn't that cute?
Yeah. They have a
Isn't
little
that
sheep
cute?
farm. They have a sheep farm, and then Dina gives birth to, it was Jesse's kid technically,
Uh-huh.
and Jesse's gone at this point, so they're
Oh.
taking care of it.
They're good now.
And Ellie loves the baby, calls her little potato and stuff or something like that.
That's a good
like,
name for a baby.
right? But she has really bad PTSD now. Like, really bad. Like, she pictures everyone dying. Kind of like how Joel was in episode 6, only
Mhm.
like worse. Like,
Yeah.
she sees a tornado, she's trying to keep the baby, everyone's dead. She's re-seeing Joel, she's seeing all her sheep just gutted and shit. Like, really bad. And then Tommy comes up out of nowhere. Tommy's like all fucked up. He can't walk anymore. Really. And also, Maria just left Tommy.
Oh, man.
Because you don't find out Maria's pregnant until the second game,
Okay.
and then Tommy leaves her while she's pregnant to go get revenge.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he's like, "Maria's not talking to me anymore," and blah blah blah. And anyway, I think I found out where Abby is. I think I found out. Ellie, you gotta go kill her. You gotta go kill her, Ellie. And then Dina's like, "No," and he's like, "You gotta do it, Ellie." And then Dina's like, "Ellie, you don't need to do this. It's over. It's over, Ellie." And then like the next day, Ellie's gone.
Hmm.
And then she ends up fucking being like, "No, it's not worth it." I don't know why. I feel like it could have been okay still, because you get to California or wherever the fuck, and you're murdering all these asshole raiders. They're asshole raiders,
Mhm.
which is fine. And you murder a path to Abby, and Abby's strung up, damn near starving to death, and whatnot.
And then you let her down to fist fighter.
Yeah, literally. It could have been okay if Ellie did this, like cut her down, and Abby looks up. She's like, "You," and Abby's like, and Ellie could have been like, "I reckon they hadn't been feeding you well, have they?" And she's like, "Fuck off. We gotta save fucking them. I forgot their name.
We have to
gotta
save they.
them." And then like tide's coming or something, so it's hard, maybe. And Abby's struggling because she's weak. She's like, "Please help me." And Ellie's just staring at everyone. And Ellie's like, "Fuck." And then maybe just goes and cuts them down, and they get to a boat. Maybe some more guards come up, and Ellie kills them. And they're getting on a boat, and Abby's like, "Come on." And then Ellie's like, "Fuck!" Just damn it. And gets on the boat with them. Maybe cuts down a few other people too. And they start going, and they could be on their way on a boat. And like maybe Ellie's like drawing in her diary, like, "Well, fucked up. God damn it." Sad face. And
Yeah.
Abby could be like, "Why are you here? Can't just be a coincidence." And Ellie can be like, "Well, I came to kill you. But they were doing a pretty good job of it, so I figured, you know. And then it's kind of like an awkward silence. And it's like, well, you know, we're looking for the fireflies. And like Ellie looks up. I heard they got like a big science bay. You know, maybe we could figure out something about that immunity of yours without cutting your brain out. And Ellie just kind of stares at her. And she's like, nah. And then credits.
I thought for sure you're gonna tell me that that your preferred ending still would have not had Ellie kill her.
The preferred ending isn't Ellie killing her, but it's kind of like Ellie like realizing instead of like going through an entire fight where literally it's in her arms, it's Ellie's like has still deep down under all that PTSD and anger some sort of conscience, you know? That's what it is.
Okay.
Because you're seeing literally like people starving to death, being tortured by waves and whatnot, like, and she's like, fuck, you know, like, damn it, like, why is it, why can't you just be fucking healthy and shit so I can kick the shit out of you? Like, why can't I do that? Why can't you give it to me? Or maybe she could like look at her and she's like, god damn it, and she's like thinking about killing her, and she like looks over and like one of the starving people looks similar to Joel, and he like looks at her with like a sad face, like kind of like a disappointed face. She like realizes like, oh fuck, I'm doing the wrong thing here, you know, like something like, and like an epiphany, and she's like, well, maybe I can make up for it, you know. She doesn't get an epiphany. I don't even think she gets an epiphany mid-fight. Maybe I think she's just like, man, this is kind of dumb.
Well, what happened was that she, you know, in the middle of the fight, she stopped and then she remembered. Wait, I forgot what happens next. And she read the script, and the script said that she learns the magic of forgiveness. So then she's like,
like
oh,
mid-fight.
God.
She's
Yeah.
like mid-fight, and Abby's like, wait, you forgot the script. And she's like, wait, what?
Oh, it's like the end
we're
of
supposed to be friends now? She's like,
the end of a
"Yeah,
WWE fight where like one guy's kicking the other guy's ass, but then at the very end he has to lose.
right? But like my way of if we keep everything the same, there's two things I would do. One, we play as Abby first. Two, we make it where Ellie actually has a heart and not just in a dumb like mid-fight, oh, I think I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
And I think the whole reason why is because the fucking the little kid's like, no, Ellie don't give a fuck about no little kid. She murdered dogs and a pregnant woman.
That's for one kill right there, dude.
Yeah, that's
Double kill.
Two birds, one stone. She don't give a fuck about no little kid. Especially when that little kid straight up shot an arrow into us and shit. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, my way is I feel like people will be like, all right, I respect it a little better than what happened. I mean, people could still be like, I didn't like it, you know. But that way, but if I had to completely rewrite it, Abby would be like, no, she's pregnant, and they'd look at Abby and they'd look at the pregnant lady, and then Tommy, or probably not even Tommy, would say, I think everybody would just be quiet like for a solid like 5 seconds, and then Tommy's wife would be like, Maria would be like, well, now we can't kill no pregnant lady.
Sure you can.
And like, and they're looking, they're thinking, and they like aim a gun up and they're like, all right, fine. And they like get them all tied up, maybe infected, kind of come out of the woods on fire and whatnot, and then they take them back to Jackson and they put them in like a jail, and then they're like, they walk up to Abby in jail and they're like, tomorrow you hang, you know, and she's like, shit, and yeah, she's like, I'm gonna get us out of here, pregnant lady's like, fucked. And she's like, I'm having contractions. And then like they have to give birth to baby. And like Abby breaks them out of jail and they're like, freeze, you're breaking out of jail. She's like, she's having her baby. And they're like, oh fuck. And then they have the baby. And then they're like, oh, everything's happy and good. And there's a baby. Yeah, it's a baby. And they're like, yeah, yeah. And then pregnant bitch dies on the table. And then Abby's like, oh, no, my last friend, my last friend. And then they're like, oh, we're sorry for your loss. You still hang tomorrow. Like,
Don't worry, pal. You're gonna be joining them soon. Crack it on.
yeah, I think that's what it should be. She's like she like kind of beats up, like the guards are like, take her away, and she like beats him up, and she kind of like sneaks in to like see the operation, and she's and they're like, she's dead. She's like, fuck. And then they like fucking gut right behind her. It's Tommy, and Tommy's like, don't worry, you'll be joining her soon enough tomorrow. And then like she beats the shit out of Tommy, and she's almost out of town. She's running, and you're playing as her running, and like whole town's after her. And then like, and she's also like limping and shit, you know, because like she got shot in the leg, so she's like limping. Everybody's closing in on her, and then Ellie just comes and punch her right in the face, like bah! She like collapses to the ground, and no, she hits her with a golf club. Ooh, that would be great. And like the golf club just kind of, yeah, the
Dude,
golf
it's
club
George
just
Lucas.
kind of,
It's like pottery. It rhymes.
the fucking golf club just kind of across the ground, and then Ellie just starts beating the shit out of her with a golf club in the middle of town, like in the middle of everyone, like and I think Dina would be like, that's enough, you're not them. And Ellie like looks, she's covered in blood, and Abby's like, like on the ground. And she's like, she throws down the golf club, and she's like, you're right. You're right, you're right. And they like hug. And everyone's just kind of sitting there looking at her. And Abby's like, get the fuck out of our town. And Abby like stands up, spits out blood. She looks at it, she's all fucked up. She's like, I should have killed you. And Ellie looks at her and she's like, yeah, you should have. Now get the fuck out. And it's like Abby limping away while everyone's like sitting there hugging, and Nellie starts crying and whatnot. And then like the final scene, while like the last music's playing and maybe a few credits are rolling, is it's like an actual like funeral for Joel.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. And people will be like, well, that's not 60 hours of playtime. Like, that's what it would be. It was like, this is like 10 hours. Where's the rest of the game? We'll be like, I'm gonna smoke a big ass cigar. We're like, yeah, well, did you pay for the deluxe edition of $89.99? And they're like, no. They're like, well, we're gonna drop a DLC in about a year. Hats off some cigarette smoke. And if you ain't got that DLC, fuck you. You know, I made big boy billionaire money.
The end. Written by Ace Way.
It could, you know what? We could actually add an entire separate like group into that.
You don't need to.
Where like,
have you been thinking about a separate group?
We could, well, that way it could have more gameplay. Like half the gameplay is in between Abby and Ellie, right? Okay. And you're like, and it's like that story. But then an entire separate story that's completely unrelated is like a family, like an actual like family. It's like a mom, a dad, like a teenage son who's like, I don't want to do this. He's having problems, and then like a little girl, you know, and it's like the dad dies and then the mom dies, and it's just like the teenage boy and the little girl, and they're like, you know, that way you get that brother sister like thing, that sibling story that you don't get with Abby and they them. And and it's them surviving, and they end up like stumbling on Jackson. Like they stumble up on Jackson on Joel's funeral, kind of at the end, you know.
Alright.
And they be like, "Hello, we need help." And then like they're like, "Oh," and they're like, "Who's the funeral for?" And they're like, "A good man, a good man." And then there's your extra fucking 10 hours of gameplay. It's like a whole new family. They should make it though, like where like there's this intense battle between Ellie and Abby and shit, and Abby trying to escape, and then it pans over to like the new family, and it's like let's say their dad dies very quickly early on in their story, but it's like let's say their mom dies like right then. No kid wants to see their mom die, you know. Like, and let's say like not only her mom dies, but it's like them witnessing infected ripping her apart, you know.
Extra gruesome, yeah.
Yeah, extra gruesome and they have like no guns, you know. Like maybe their mom had the only gun at the time, and they can't put her out of her misery, you know. And like little girls crying, and like it's just some real shocker shit, like holy fuck. And then maybe he could be like, lost my family, lost my dad and my mom, and they were taken away from me awfully. And then Ellie can be like, yeah, same. Well, do you like movies? And then it could be like a start of a friendship.
Sure.
10 times better. It might not be perfect, but it's better.
You know what? It doesn't have to be perfect to be better than the actual ending.
Yeah. Honestly, I was kind of like, whole thing, I was like devastated within the first couple hours. I was like, no. And then I was like, I'm gonna kill these sons of bitches. I'm down for a revenge story. We're gonna murk these fuckers. I'm so down with it. I'm so down with it.
Down with the sickness, bro.
I was. And then it swaps to Abby. And right before it swapped to Abby, I saw a TikTok of it being like 10 hours. It was PewDiePie's reaction to 10 hours of Abby. And he's like, are you fucking serious? Like, and then I was like, fuck, it's 10 hours of Abby. And I was walking through the football stadium. Also, their football stadium is fucking awesome, dude. Like, their base is awesome. I loved it. And I was like, oh, this is a cool base. And then, but I had a problem with like 90% of the very beginning. You go through as Ellie, and you murder 2 dogs. In the time span of the whole story, 2 dogs die at your hands.
Unforgivable.
Right. One of them is like, I guess theoretically, if you could go on a pacifist route where you don't kill anyone, you can maybe save 1 dog, maybe. But in a hospital section where you're looking for meds or some shit, I don't fucking remember. I think you're looking for something for Dina because you find out she's pregnant. You're fighting them off. A dog comes up. And I shot this dog. I put this dog down. I did it quick, you know.
Just started it. You had to. You had no choice.
Yeah, exactly. It jumped at me. I shot it with shotgun. Bah! And then went. Bah! And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh. But what follows is one of the fucking NPC enemies goes, Boomer! Like right after. Like devastating cry out. And I was like, oh.
Hurts. It hurts.
My heart. I was like, don't worry. Don't worry. And I blew her brains out. I was like, you're with them now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then when you get to the part where like Ellie kills pregnant bitch and other guy, dog, it's a cutscene, so it's unavoidable. Dog comes out and you like stab dog. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't remember that dog's name. I want to say like Rosie or some shit.
Stinker. That was the name of the dog.
No.
Pretty sure it was Stinker.
It wasn't that.
If I had a dog, I would name it Stinker.
Okay. Well, at the beginning, and then you swap to Abby, right? And you're playing as Abby, right? And you're walking around the base, and you're talking to the Hispanic guy. I fucking hate the Hispanic guy because he spits on Joel's like golf thin head. Like,
damn. Hardcore.
Like, he spits out a pendejo. And I was like, fuck you. I was like, fuck you.
Cursing in Spanish, this motherfucker.
I was like, you son of a bitch. It's
You
one
big old
thing.
stinky face.
So you're walking around the base, and I'm like, God damn, this is like a nice ass base. Fuck. And then like you get to the truck, and you're like, hey, we're gonna get Rosie. And they're like, oh, okay. And you see them get Rosie, and then you can walk up to the pins, and Boomer brings you a ball. And
Oh.
you're like, oh, and Abby's like, oh, hey, Boomer, who's my favorite little guy? And you start throwing the ball for him, and they're like, hey, Abby, you taking Boomer out? And they're like, nah, we got Rosie. And she's like, all right, well, we're gonna take him out then. And she's like, you better keep good care of him and whatnot. I love this guy. And I'm like,
I love this dog. I hope nothing bad happens to him.
literally like, I'm so sorry, Boomer. I'm so sorry, Boomer. And then like Rosie saves your life a few times, and I'm like, they're such good boys and girls.
I mean, that's probably why they have the order, the game, and the order that they have it in, so that way you kill them, and then they make you feel bad retroactively. Like,
No, what it should do is they should have made both dog deaths a cutscene, and then you'll still, and it's unavoidable.
well, one of them's kind of unavoidable anyway. But like, I mean, like, it's like the whole point is the game is trying to like, the game is like holding a gun to your head, like you have to kill that dog. I don't want to kill that dog. Then fine, stop playing. Okay, and then you kill the
Well,
dog, and they're like, "Damn, I can't believe you killed that dog, bro."
What the game does is it's like, you just killed a dog. You're like, I know, I just killed a dog. And they're like, you just killed a dog. And they're like, yeah, yeah, I know. Then you get to the part with Abby, and it's like, and you're like, all right, is it really that funny? And The Last of Us is like, yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, fuck you. You killed that dog. How does it make you,
You
feel?
killed
Like,
that dog. That
you
dog's
made me
dead
kill
now
that
because of
dog.
you. Remember how you killed that dog? And you're like, yeah, I fucking remember. Now, the way you have it is the way how I say we should do it. Where if you play as Abby first, it's like, look at these dogs, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna protect these dogs with all my heart. And then it's cutscene as Ellie, and it's like, it should be like not only like a cutscene where Ellie just does it. It should be like spam X to not die, like you know, like spam this button, like it's a fucking quick time event, and you're like holding the dog, and then it's like, it's literally you die or you kill the dog. Which is it? And you're like, I don't want to kill the dog. And then it's like you die. And and you got those people who are like, what if we die to the dog 50 times and we get to spare it? No, it doesn't work like that. And they're like, what if we reload and go a different path? No, your last quick save, your last checkpoint is literally in this dog fighting scene. So I feel like they could have left everything the exact same if they changed two things. Let us play as Abby first, and then
Make them kiss.
make them kiss,
Make them kiss.
or what sucks, dude. I told my mom watched me play through the entire first game of Last of Us, but she didn't want to. By the end, she doesn't like violent games. She doesn't like violence, really. So by the fact she made it all the way through to Last of Us, I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
By the very end where Joel's just murdering all the fireflies, she's like, I can't anymore. So she missed all the stuff in the second game, but I was explaining everything to her as I went on. And I'm like, I literally go, I'm like, right before it happens, Joel saves Abby's life. Like, Abby's like pinned down by infected, and Joel like shoots one, and he's like, come on! You know? And he's like, hey, we got supplies, we got a town, you can come stay with us, you know, if you got friends and family out there, you just gotta let us know where they are. And then you're like, this is a whole new person! He's so nice now. And you also don't know Abby's a bad chick. And you're like, you're gonna work with them, Abby. Abby, you're gonna be friends with Joe. And then she decks him right in the fucking face.
But then why though? Why would she do that?
Because she wants to murder him.
I guess.
Because he killed her daddy. And the whole reason why they were in that state was to kill him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Plot twist. Joel doesn't play golf, right? And she's like genuinely about to die, and Joel saves her, right?
Okay.
And then like she's about to die again, and Tommy saves her. And then like she's like, whoa. She's contemplating her actions, and then like other people bust in, and it's her friends, and like one's like not infected, but he's like cut up pretty bad, and Joe's like, hold on, I know like some makeshift medical fucking shit, and they're like, what? And like they're he's doing like a makeshift surgery, and he saves the guy's life, and everybody's like, ah, shit. And then he's like, yeah, you guys could stay with us at least till this horde blows over. And they're like, okay. And they end up staying in Jackson with Joel and Tommy and Ellie and them. And it's like a moral dilemma. Like you have like Abby like helping out like around the town, like just doing odd jobs. And you're playing as him. You're like, oh, so these are some new characters. Okay, I dig it. And then like it pans over to like her walking inside of a building, and like the groupers just like they're like an intervention, like staring at her, and she's like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Are we just not going to like do what we came here to do?" And she's like, "Well, you saved my life twice, and she saved your life, you know. Maybe he's not as bad as the guy as we thought." And then like one of them could be like, "He's a fucking murderer. He killed your dad, Abby. We came here to fucking kill him." And it's basically like a moral dilemma of like, should we do revenge or not? You know, is revenge really worth it or not? That could be a whole fucking way to do it.
Certainly is a question to ask. I don't know. You seem to have thought about this a while.
No, I haven't really thought about this since I played the game. That was about 4 years ago or whatever.
Mm.
So.
I think my Digimon's about to die.
By the way, when I joined the group and said joined the stream and said, this doesn't look like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Because your game is still Skyrim.
I updated it. It should not still say. It should say Digimon World now.
It doesn't on my computer. Now it does.
I clicked it again. Maybe, maybe I just typed it in and then forgot to hit done. That could explain why nobody's come in. Looking because like I don't even have it set to Skyrim. I had it set to Skyrim VR, and I don't think anyone's looking for Skyrim VR anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm almost done streaming anyway. This is just kind of like I've been wanting to play this, and I just wanted to watch it. So I've been. I was hoping to do this in the weekdays, but we're doing this today. Maybe Friday.
Right.
Oh fuck! It's getting kind of hairy. I can't run from this fight anyway. And it really hasn't been that great of a stream because nothing much has happened in Digimon anyway. Because this part's kind of fucking stupid. We're like, in order to get Miramon, you have to move all that fucking dirt outside, and that's not fun. They pay you and it trains your Digimon, but it's just not fun to do. And I don't know how to speed up with a simulator. So, it's okay. It's okay. This is just a fun little stream. Baby's asleep now, so we're just chilling.
Right. Yeah, I was supposed to wake up, brush my teeth, eat breakfast, and get ready to work out. And then I saw your stream, and I was gonna be like, I'm gonna go brush my teeth and eat breakfast and work out. Then we got on this topic.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
And here we are. Oh, I learned a new move. Good for me. Dynamite kick. Isn't that cool? Man, I'm tired. Mama Vice never got me the monster.
Oh shit.
And a sandwich.
Sway says you have to get me a sandwich too. You don't get me a sandwich. She got to go to work soon. I'm the stay-at-home trophy husband, and she's the breadwinner. So it's pretty nice.
I've been playing the shit out of Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh my god. Do you hate trans people?
Yes.
It's just the dumbest fucking discourse. I'm so glad I'm off Twitter now.
There's literally a portrait in the game of like fucking what's her name?
Rowling?
Yeah, Rowling being burned alive.
What?
Yeah,
It's in the
like
game?
so it's like in her likeness kind of thing, you know, they can't actually put her, but
Oh, okay.
it's like everybody's like, dude, that's fucking J.K. Rowling burning at the stake, like staring at it, like that's fucking her, like, you know, and it's
Hmm.
like in one of the main halls too. You can't miss it.
There's probably someone on the dev team who wears programmer socks putting that one in when nobody was looking.
There's that,
You
and
know the
then there's
programmer
like
socks meme, right?
what?
You know the programmer socks meme, right?
I
It's just,
don't.
it's a meme like about how there's a pipeline between wearing wearing thigh high socks and and being a coder. It's called programmer socks.
Oh,
It's a joke about a marginalized community.
I see.
Yep.
Um,
We can make jokes like this on my stream because my audience is so small. I don't have to worry about getting canceled right now. It's also going to be kind of hard to cancel me because I'm not on Twitter anymore. It's pretty great.
so there's that, and then they have like a trans bartender.
I heard about that. Good for them. Um, the discourse changed from Hogwarts Legacy as a transphobic to anti-Semitic, and you know what? I'll give them that. I'll give them that. I don't know if you want to talk about this at all, but if not, we'll just skip it.
No, it's whatever if you want.
Cool. So normally whenever people talk about like, oh, this fantasy race is obviously an analog for a real world culture, like usually there's some truth to that, but like it's usually I get a little suspicious when people are like take orcs for example. There was this big thing in orcs surrounding like D&D where it's like, okay, are you telling me that orcs aren't supposed to represent black people? Look at orcs. They're savages, they're murderers, they're rapists, they pillage, they're unintelligent. This is obviously supposed to represent black people, to which black people are like, is that what you think of us? And
Bro.
yeah, and that sort of thing was happening with the goblins. That certainly happens with goblins too. And I'm just like, probably not. But then it happened with Harry Potter goblins. And it's kind of at a point with Harry Potter goblins now where there's just so many coincidences that I don't think it's an actual coincidence anymore.
Like the horn.
The horn. So like, so I feel like there's like, what's the word? Plausible deniability for like everything when it comes to the Harry Potter goblins, because the Jewish culture that used a war horn, like they're not the only culture that used war horns ever. And then another big one they talk about is like the War of 16. They're like that 1612, where like that was a point where Jews were persecuted. And not to sound insensitive, but can you find me a point in history where Jews have not been persecuted? There's also the thing with like how they have like big noses. General goblin stereotype. The thing with the Star of David in the bank, that only exists in the movies because that is like a real world location they filmed at that was already like built into the actual bank. I'm not saying all of this to defend the fact that there's a lot of Jewish stereotypes built into goblins. I'm just saying that like for Harry Potter specifically, yeah, there's a lot of plausible deniability, but there's just so many for Harry Potter goblins that I don't think it's a coincidence anymore. That's where I'm at. So
Okay, I guess I'm following.
yeah, I don't know.
Riding. I feel like I'm like a little kid riding my tricycle down the road, but I can't go that fast, and you're just walking next to me, like venting out like all this shit.
You and I have different groups that you and I have different groups, especially on Twitter. And even if I'm trying to avoid this shit, I can't because Twitter recommends, like, I'm sure on Twitter you don't use it that much in the first place, but you usually just follow like gamers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I follow gamers, and I also follow people who are like kind of tapped into the cancel culture, the culture war shit. And no matter how much I block or mute people, Twitter looks at all of my mutuals, who I like for reasons other than the culture war shit, and they see, oh, These people that are involved in culture war shit. Obviously, Vice wants to see more culture war shit. I'm like, the only way to avoid that is to like unfollow all of my friends, and I like my friends on Twitter. So.
My personality on life is I'm just kind of a happy-go-lucky like golden retriever boy.
Yeah, you're Mr. Peanut
And
Butter.
I'm like, life is good. We things could be okay.
Yeah.
Dreams are meant to be achieved. And like, and literally, I wanted to tell you this on one of your tweets, but I was like, no, this is a bad place for it. I'm gonna tell him actually in a call. You are like the most negative part of my whole Twitter.
I know. I believe that. I genuinely believe that. I'm so sorry.
The what?
Hey,
The most negative part of his Twitter. I know I am, and I like. I try not to be.
It's not because of you. It's not stuff that you would really tweet so much,
Oh.
but like it would be like, Vice is like this, and it'll pop up like shit like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
I get that. I get that.
and I'm like, I know.
Yeah. Man, that's a big screech from the baby.
I'm
sorry.
just a will guy.
Yeah.
Physically, I'm 6'5", but emotionally,
A little baby boy.
I'm just a little guy.
Oh, it's a little guy. Hmm. Yeah. I don't like that part of Twitter, but like literally that's all Twitter recommends to me. So I just. Hi, Anya. Hi, baby. I heard those big crying, the big tears. Yeah. I don't like that part of Twitter, and I don't like that's the only part that Twitter wants to show me. No matter, and I don't want to like start all my friends over. For example, GBB. GBB is one of my mutuals who I love, but like, I think he has a similar problem where Twitter only shows him the worst shit, and I don't like that, and I just don't like Twitter. Like Twitter is just kind of really. I have to start over. Like, if I want to have a good Twitter experience, then I have to create a new account entirely, and I don't want to do that. I would rather just not use Twitter, because, like, my Twitter experience is I'll log on, I'll see 5 funny memes in a row, and then the next 20 posts that I see are culture war, gender war, trans rights, oil spill, chemical disaster, the oceans are burning, children are dying in schools, and I'm like, this is all so much. I don't want to see this.
You know that Rick and Morty sound where it's like, this place is great. It's like, oh fuck, I don't remember exactly. It's like quaint and magical or some shit like that, and then it pans over to Rick going, what the fuck are you looking at? It's literally, that's my Twitter versus yours.
Yeah, I hate it. My Twitter sucks so much that like I have to either like unfollow all of my friends and unfollow everybody and just start over, or just not use it. And honestly, not using it's pretty great. Like, I sat down at the dog park yesterday, and rather than reach for my phone, I'm just watching the dogs. I'm like, man, this is the life. I should post this on Twitter. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I'm not doing that.
I literally, GB, I will scroll through my Twitter real fast, and most of it is like YouTubers I look up to, video games and stuff like that. I gotta sneeze, it's coming. Hold on.
Let it out, big boy.
All right, fuck it. Pineapples. Anyway, so it's like YouTubers I like, video game stuff, fan art and artwork and stuff, because I follow artists because of Haley and whatnot, and I get a lot of what she likes. Call of Duty, fucking video game, Call of Duty, YouTuber, streamer, comic books, and then raccoons, capybara, raccoon, cat, music, Family Guy, cat, comic books, meme of an old man, bed in closet, sexy anime character.
Hello? Hi, baby. I got the baby here. Hello, baby. You want to see my computer? Yeah. Yeah, your Twitter sounds great. I don't follow a lot of YouTubers on YouTube, because half the YouTubers I follow do post political shit that I hate looking at, and the other half that I follow just don't use Twitter because they're grumpy old men.
So one I followed one, and then I followed a couple more, and mostly like the most like negative stuff is it'll be like, dude, YouTube is so shit right now, and like shit like that.
You follow,
You know?
yeah. I mean, you follow a lot of dudes who are just like pure gamers, and you know that's cool. Like I don't follow, I actually don't follow a lot of gaming YouTubers. I don't follow. I follow like just like a couple streamers like Germa, Vine Sauce, and Bark Skeletor, Vinny and Joel. Like that's it. I follow like 3 on YouTube. Um, that's that's probably why whenever I do anything streaming related, it's I try and like just basically mimic Vine Sauce because I have so little reference for anything else. But those guys don't even use really Twitter that much. It's just so much better for me to not use it. Like I felt so good about killing Twitter that I also went and I deactivated my Facebook. I only have it now just have Messenger so I can talk to my family and stuff. Excuse me. I kind of want to get rid of Instagram too, but then I don't know. Instagram. I'm basically going through social media and just deleting it based on how much it pisses me off. Twitter really pisses me off.
This is hold
Facebook
on.
pisses me off a lot, but not as much as Twitter. So that was why it was second.
This is one of the. This isn't even that negative
So
because he's
that's
actually memeing on it. I'm gonna share my screen real fast.
sure. Let me see.
On Discord. This is like one of the most negative things I'll have on Twitter, and it's him memeing on it.
That's not even negative at all. He's posting a meme.
Yeah, I know. It's literally, it's all downhill from here.
Oh my god. It's not even.
He
Yeah.
literally tweeted out, 2023 is gonna suck. There. Now, if anything good happens, we could be surprised.
That's one way of looking at it. Yeah. It
Yeah,
certainly
literally,
is.
that's.
You have low expectations. You know, you can really
Yeah,
go up
he's
from
like,
there.
there. Now we all have low expectations, so everything will be better.
Yeah. What was that? You want to say something? Want to say something? No. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I just hate social media now. Like the older I get, the more I hate it. Because I'm trying to be more private, and so if I have like
You should-
less friends on like with Facebook specifically, I have like 40 friends on Facebook because that's the amount of people I want to talk to. That's like the exact number of people I want to talk to in real life. And so because I only have so many friends and a good portion of them don't even upload anything to Facebook, I hop onto Facebook, I just start doom scrolling, and it shows me like it'll show me like for every 20 things it shows me, it'll be 2 posts from friends, 4 or 5 groups that I'm not a part of, and then the rest are just advertisements that aren't even related to me because I have no personal information on my Facebook, so it doesn't know who I am. Like at best, it can guess that I'm an old man because I put my birthday as 1969, so it thinks I'm an old man, but that's it. It's really, it sends me silver single dating stuff sometimes. That's kind of funny to me, but yeah, no, fuck all that. Fuck social media. Instagram might be next, but who knows? God knows I'm only keeping TikTok just to upload shorts to it and get that little dopamine boost when I just check back in. I'm like, oh, there's 100 views. That's nice. Wow. So, yeah, I'm getting better at filtering out the thirst traps on TikTok though, and I'm getting better just teaching the algorithm what I like in general. Man,
Right.
so I don't like it, but
My
getting
TikTok's
there.
awesome.
Your TikTok is awesome. I try and like everything you send me, and that helps a little bit. But the there's still an annoying amount of TikToks it sends me that's just like Family Guy clips, and then at the bottom of it is Subway Surfer, or some fidget toy.
That's a really good portion of TikTok.
I know. That's why I can't filter it out because there's so many. It's an unstoppable wave because that's the fucking
What you
meta.
need to do is you skip those, but listen to like the Reddit ones because at least the Reddit ones are at least entertaining because it'll be like a Reddit story you've never heard before.
I don't like Reddit stories. I don't like Reddit stories because most of the ones that I see are like robots reading it, and I can't stand listening to robots reading. I can't.
What are you, robotist?
I am. I hate robots. I hate AI. They're coming for us, and I've got my gun ready. Not
Dude,
for
I'm
them.
gonna be-
They're made of metal.
If-
It's
if
for me.
If robots come, I'm gonna be like one of the first to like here's what it's gonna be like. They're gonna make like a robot android like lovers and sex bots and shit.
Yeah.
Like fucking like Futurama. And I'm gonna just take mine out on dates and like show it a good time.
Uh-huh.
treat it like a human being.
So
So
you
when
weren't
they
the good
all like,
ones.
yeah, so like when they all like be like, we're killing humanity, and he'll be like, wait, no, this one's fine, and they're like, really? Oh,
Mhm.
okay, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a long time before they come, but I don't like robot voice. I don't like AI. I think it's all kind of silly right now. The worst part about AI and robots at this point is people. But yeah, people. Um,
I-
it's almost noon. I'm gonna wrap this up, man.
Oh, riggedy, 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 raw, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Yep. Um, I'm gonna go. Sway, would you like to say anything to X Joe and GBB?
Baba booey, boo boo bye, baba booey, boo boo bye, bye, bye. Follow me on Twitch.
Follow him, Hey Sway on Twitch. Plug your link in the chat. I'll follow up with the Baba Booey with a pee pee poo poo, and I'm probably gonna stream again tonight. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.